Welcome back. I'm Chad. We got ourselves another video. When you listen to this video, this is gonna be very destructive because you're gonna believe you know what they're talking about, but you don't. They're gonna talk about the patriarchy. Don't worry, me and my brother did this video and we're now finding out they weren't. Understand this, while they keep saying patriarchy, like 2 of them are talking about gender roles. I'm saving y'all the headache that I had to go through in this video. And we're gonna show you the headache we're going through in it. The host of the video and like the other lady was they wanna say that men and women can do the same thing. They believe, women can be in charge, okay? So that's why they keep talking about the patriarchy. But the host, when you keep listening to her, she's just talking about gender roles. She wants to be able to do what she want to do. I'm letting y'all know I'm attempting to explain this video or articulate it, but when you listen to it, you about to step in the belly of the beast. So you about to get all types of confusion. It kind of made my brother think twice about doing videos. That's how bad that conversation was. But we found a way to make it make sense by you erasing the word patriarchy and just say gender roles. That's what you do. But hold up, just hitting this video, need you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste some more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
Do you believe that we should uphold or dismantle the patriarchy for what we know it to be?
I believe you should wear dresses like this.
All right, now it's what I'm gonna say is rude, but that haircut don't work with it.
Cisco haircut don't work on almost anybody.
Yeah, I got frustrated so fast.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know if that was pause worthy, but I'm sorry, I will accept it.
Uphold the patriarchy, and do you believe it's beneficial even today, or do you want to dismantle it?
I
I believe in gender roles. So you want to uphold the patriarchy?
It's your show.
You want to uphold? To a degree. I do believe in gender roles.
You can't throw it out because then the world will crumble.
Damn.
Like
we just can't live without you.
No, see, we're not talking about men. We're talking about the system in which patriarchy could. So there's women that are in charge that uphold patriarchy. Like patriarchy isn't upheld by just men. It's a system. Mm-hmm. It was indoctrinated and normalized by men. And then for those who want to survive and thrive in it, they take up a place. So there's patriarchy today is probably upheld more by people who don't identify with the forefounders and the foundationalists of patriarchy, but they want to survive and thrive in it. So that's how you have all right, I'm being a good person, so I don't want to misgender them. That's how you have someone like a Caitlyn Jenner running for the...
Oh, so y'all gay?
Standing with the Republicans, standing behind Trump, who fundamentally stands against everything that she exists as, right? Yeah. That's how you have black men voting for Trump and just having these like anti-black theories.
Is he saying dudes with wigs and black people support the patriarchy more than white guys?
No. He's saying that a lot of people support the patriarchy.
The ones who wouldn't agree with the founding fathers.
Yeah, they don't. He's saying that you don't know that what you're supporting is something that you foundationally wouldn't agree with. He's wrong, but that's what he's saying.
Was he alluding that majority of them are the ones that would disagree with the founding fathers? That's what he said, right?
He was saying a large amount of people who support.
So just a large amount.
Yeah. That's what I believe he's
Yeah,
saying.
I disagree with that.
Other than patriarchy, what other style? Because I think he just blended Democrat and Republican with patriarchy. I'm like, that's a whole nother sector that we talking about.
That's true. That's very true.
And them not believing that a woman can run the country. So even though there's been other countries
ran by women. So it's like, so patriarchy is upheld by more than just men, more than just white men, right? It's also a system that has upheld America since it's indoctrined. So tomorrow we can't open the door and be like, no more patriarchy. It's impossible. The world will crumble.
You agree, Ish?
I'll probably lean more toward tear it down.
Okay.
But I'm torn because a lot of people that'll say tear it down, they say tear it down where it's beneficial for them, but uphold it where it's beneficial for them.
Right.
So the same quote,
call me out.
The same quote unquote feminists that preach all of the bullshit be the same ones that say men should be providers. So you can't say that we should tear this stuff down and I also have to provide for you, because that provision feeds into a system of patriarchy.
Are they arguing that biology is a system that we can control?
Yes.
Yes,
they are.
Did he just say me being a provider is something like the patriarchy design? Not the fact that my bones are denser, I have a higher aggression level, my testosterone is this way. None of that is the reason that I want to provide and protect my family and children. You're implying that a lady that's pregnant has the same provide and protection thing as me. Like biology don't exist. Is that what they're saying?
That's technically what they're saying.
Okay.
But we also have to agree that to want to be taken care of in the nurturing aspect of women think that's patriarchy, telling them that that's what they're doing.
Yeah, it's not their bodies, right? The one that try to make them have a child around.
No, but
35?
I mean, like, that's what I think he's doing. I think he might actually believe that's patriarchy and not biology. But I'm hoping, I pray he is just saying, nah, I'm just gonna argue the thing that I know you argue. That's the only way I can make that make sense. But what you said, definitely correct. It's just biology.
So I want to lean into there. Do we have the hook of it all? I mean, the hook is kind of patriarchy as a whole. So we can. I would say over the last 3 to 5 years, more than not, I would say with the Kevin Samuels, with the Fresh and Fits, with the push of all of our voices on social media and these goddamn podcast mics, I think this conversation has been one that seems to be regurgitated without much thought and not much practice. I know you coach and literally have calls with women all day that literally contradict and are hypocrites of what they do and kind of what they want. I think for me, even listening to what you just said, I actually am fully into the dismantling of it, but from a privileged place. Now. I
was about to say, because 4 years ago, 5 years ago,
I am in a privileged place as a woman to be able to provide for myself and to not seek financial security or shelter from a man.
Gotcha.
Which in my 20s, having survival sex and only with niggas that I got money and this from, or I wanted a lot less came from the place of me not having money and through generations understanding that there can be a price here.
They are ignoring what patriarchy really is. Their whole conversation is just sex. She said that's the patriarchy. Like the patriarchy didn't make them goddamn microphones that allow her to be a podcaster and keep the internet on.
Actually, sooner or later in the video, I think somebody was going to address that.
Oh, so, okay.
And she's going to do something that's just wild. She's going to make a statement that just completely dismantle her argument.
They keep talking about patriarchy and they're talking about dominance between men and women. And they want
the dominance and submissiveness.
Yeah, they want men to relinquish the dominance that they have, but keep doing the things that you're doing. I'm not going to break my back and do all this stuff and take care of a society so you can sit there with your breast about popping out of that Marilyn Monroe dress. Shut up.
And this is what can get me into whatever, the patriarchal foundation of me being able to exist as a woman. But now that I make my own money, I love that I can choose a partner and not need a partner.
Gotcha.
And I think that that's been also the difficulty with communicating that with men, because men still want to be needed. There's no way that this world can exist without women needing men to lead.
It's vice versa.
Everybody specifically talking about I'm my fault, brother.
Yes.
We're specifically talking about patriarchy in the realm of dating.
I would say overall, like I do believe like a woman can run a business, but I think there are better women leaders than Trump, who's now president. I think it's certain CEOs that women would be.
This heifer don't know what she's saying. She's thinking hard while answering questions
She's freestyling. She's freestyling right now.
Once he said, we're talking about patriarchy in relationships, right?
It's because he called her.
This is all you're talking about right now. No, I'm talking about everything. You can't be, because now you about to get your behind whooped. It's going to be devastating how bad he about to, hopefully he say it.
Be better at the job than men. So we could go from business, but also, in relationships.
Do you think you would, and this is completely, with all due respect, do you think that you would have the platform you have if patriarchy didn't exist?
I mean, I think
because if patriarchy didn't exist, then women wouldn't be shunned for sexual practices. They wouldn't be shunned for, wanting to explore their sexual practice. So then there would almost not be a need for a voice like you and your partners.
So no, let's be very clear.
Disrupt.
The idea of us dismantling that and reclaiming that word was a part of the foundational premise of starting Horrible Decisions.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair too, even our ideals on what a relationship looks like in non-monogamy. I think you brought up even our founding fathers and what America is built on. I think that's the huge problem.
Yeah.
Like, celebrating even Thanksgiving is just a whole bunch of colonizers that were rebels from the UK that wanted to come over and start their own shit and leaned into the church, which we know as black people was hypocritical in the way they treated us, yet they wanted you should treat your neighbor how you would want to be treated. They didn't treat black people that way. And I think a lot of the way in which we view marriage and relationships now is rooted in some bullshit Christianity and Catholic views that I think are absolutely outdated and bullshit.
What's happening right now? Why can't I keep? What's happening?
The conversation that she wants to have is strictly based in sexuality.
Yeah.
And she's trying to conflate everything. She just tried to talk about white people in the beginnings of this country, treating people who aren't white people different from their book, as if somehow that makes it patriarchy, and the system that they created of the democracy connects to them just being someone that was racist.
Okay, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm only confused because she's not making any goddamn sense.
That's what's happening.
Okay, I'm over here sweating a little bit. Oh no, I can't be dumb. I can't just be dumb. I should be able to keep up with this conversation right now.
Yeah, she's changing it. She's switching it up crazy.
Did this all really just happen because he said, are we talking about patriarchy relationships?
Yeah, he pointed out that, what are you talking about? You talking about our dynamics of men and women between relationships? Or we talking about the full patriarchy? And all you really found out is that motherfucker don't know what the full patriarchy is. She's only talking about dating. That's what she's talking about.
Okay. Boy, made my balls hurt.
Because let's be very clear, everybody f***ing now before marriage.
Right.
People are
There you
having
go.
kids out of wedlock. Like, there's all these other ways in which we excuse moving away from the church, while then we still want to lean into it for the patriarchal means of gender roles and how we should show up.
But that's what I was saying.
That's all she's talking about.
Yes.
So at the end when she was done speaking, like that, now I'm gonna go back to what I actually want to talk about.
Yeah.
That's why I asked specifically,
Yeah.
right? Because when we go down that slope, you got to stop at every ring to acknowledge
Okay.
it, right? You can't just shoot down and we're like, yeah, get rid of patriarchy. That means niggas are gonna be better than women. No, that's why I don't want to be that guy. But like, that's kind of right. There's so many webs and there's so many branches that lean into everything. Everything you just said was completely valid, but we got to deal with the one.
He's just trying to be nice. That was wild what he just said.
Yeah.
Think about it, even when he said we got rid of patriarchy, would you have this platform that you're talking about? When he expounded on that, I was like, that's not what you supposed. She wouldn't have a microphone. They wouldn't allow her to do what she's doing.
They
Like, a lot
literally-
of things wouldn't happen.
I swear they even said it, like, dudes invented female hygiene stuff because he didn't want to watch his woman suffer.
True.
You not finna be sitting around me with hygiene problems, doing what you doing without a man protecting and putting himself out to make sure his woman doesn't suffer.
Like, what you're hearing is so retarded because, let's dismantle patriarchy. Without patriarchy, everything that we think is everything right now would not exist. Think about it. Patriarchy is the one thing that told men that they should work.
I think we need to accept
Work for
that-
the country.
We need to accept that the word patriarchy should not be directly connected to our biological natural functions as humans. We shouldn't be pretending me wanting to make sure that my wife is safe at night is patriarchy.
That's not patriarchy
And
at
her
all.
wanting to make sure that my children are taken care of while I'm out working, that's not patriarchy either.
No.
Those are life choices that literally mean we keep winning. The countries that follow what she's claiming is patriarchy, they beating all the other countries behind because what they claim is patriarchy is just biological.
What's patriarchy? Go ahead.
A social system.
Wait, before you go. Read.
A social system where men hold a disproportionate amount of power and authority, particularly in family, social, and political structures.
So that's what patriarchy is.
Yeah.
So can we say this government was built on the back of patriarchy?
Government was built on a system where men hold a disproportionate amount of power and authority.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the case. Then it goes back to what I said. If patriarchy was dismantled before, you wouldn't have these things in this world, right? Go ahead.
Patriarchy, matriarchy. What's the other one? Socialism?
No, socialism is part of
That's what I'm saying. What is the other one? What are we talking about? Because this is why we can't get it to a conclusion. I mean, we want a solution. We want to know what we should be. Patriarchy, matriarchy, gynocracy, socialism. What is it? I need to know what it is. What's the thing y'all swearing we should do? Because it sounds like we just talk about communism and socialism.
That's what it sounds like. We should dismantle the patriarchy. If we dismantle it, what is going to be now?
Because I tell you right now, let anybody, if I'm in the house, I'm not in the house, if I'm at work and I'm fixing electrical and I got to take my rings off because it'll blow my finger off, doing electrical at a place,
Yeah.
and you think you gonna vote and tell me what I'm building, you go to hell. You go to hell. If you at the house and you got on a pretty dress, you got the Marilyn Monroe breast dress on, and you think you finna have an opinion on how I should lose my fingers, I kill you.
This is what she believes. She believes that no, I'm gonna work too. I'm gonna go to this office and talk on a microphone or write a book. Don't worry, I'm gonna provide. You ain't providing. You ain't helping out. You ain't helping out at all. You long titty. You get out my face.
One by one, or we'll just be in a vacuum.
And there's a physical component that you can't deny.
What's the physical component? Because y'all not building houses no more.
Who not?
You are real estate dude.
That's a gynocracy.
Yeah, she's talking about gynocracy. We ain't building houses no more. Women are building houses?
No. They ain't even having kids no more.
Yeah, because you know what's sad? I think I know what you're saying. Are you specifically talking about black guys right now? Do white men build houses?
Yes.
Do Mexicans build houses?
Yes.
Those are men, right?
Yeah.
What are you saying right now?
I get you. I get you.
You're only talking about the guys you date.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
That's what just happened. I'm now triggered.
Oh my God, is you building houses?
Well,
You know how to
all the girls are doing the DIY on the
I was about to say, nigga, we gotta call Thumbtack because our boyfriends can't hang up shelves.
No, because I want a patriarchy. He's at work.
Do better. Do
No,
better.
actually, it's not. Sometimes it's not even the work part. They would just be like, I ain't doing that.
I am him.
She's only talking about gender roles. I say,
This is a very shallow conversation.
would they use a word that's not shallow?
Yeah, masquerading as a real conversation. That's what's going on.
No, so again,
I'm him.
those
I work too
are
hard.
the guys that you guys are picking,
Yeah.
right? So
Also,
you
there's nothing
can't.
wrong with that. I
And
don't
I'm
think
cool
there's
with
nothing wrong
it.
with
I
that.
personally don't say
I'm
anything.
just saying the nigga that make $500,000 a year
Yeah.
might not know how to run cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm fine
Like
with
y'all,
that.
you can't get everything, and that's some of the things that there's gonna be some concessions. But back to my physical point. My physical point was, dog, when the nigga break in your house at 3 a.m, who gets up to go downstairs?
Oh no, I have a gun now because I live in Georgia.
Who gets up to go downstairs when you laying in your bed with your
Pow
man?
pow.
You're not gonna tell Keith to stay asleep and you
Not
go downstairs.
Keith.
You're not.
All
I'm-
of those
no, I'm
things
the
play a
lioness.
part
I mean,
in
the
that.
sad part is that a lot of us live alone. You know?
They're not answering the question.
They don't know the answer. They don't know what they gonna do. You done seen some shit happen. You be like this. Oh, and you realize in that moment everything I said I was gonna do, I done forgot all that shit. I don't know what I'm finna do.
I remember that one time we thought the door was open. I immediately did this. I had to think in my head this. I should go. If I do, people might die.
Yeah,
I gotta do
exactly.
something.
It's like,
So
I'm
if I don't do something, something's gonna happen to them, and then I'm not a man.
Exactly. It's like I'm a runner. It's like, bah, I can't leave. If I leave, everybody gonna know I'm a bitch. I gotta go save
Like, that's the worst part. Unless you're 4 extra, every man wants to run. It's just that then he does it in his head and say, I can't run or this is gonna happen.
I'm gonna be on the news.
Yep, and they gonna put the mic in my face and say, sir, did you leave your family? Yes.
I thought they were behind me. I don't know.
You know, like
If there's an
I mean,
option,
saying,
if you laying in the bed with a man,
yeah.
who is by default, when y'all hear the clank downstairs, who got to get the up and go downstairs and confront the burglar?
I want to go back though to what Cuddy just said. The reality of it
What kind of was that? I want to just bypass what he just said. Oh, that's so trigger. How you do that?
is too though. We are paying our own bills and live alone. So
It's not.
You missing his
No,
point.
I know
missing
you're saying.
my point.
I get if a man is there, who gets up and goes.
I mean,
What
y'all
is
still have
desire?
yet to
He's
answer
asking.
though.
He's asking her.
My desire is not to be getting robbed at gunpoint.
Fam,
You laugh at your fat ass neck. That was so goddamn wild. That was so goddamn wild. I would like to be robbed at gunpoint. You stupid son of a. They know the answer. You not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it. I already said I have a gun. You still ain't gonna do it.
if somebody's downstairs
Yes.
and they are breaking in your home, by default, who the has to go face the burglar?
That is the
mean,
fault of y'all
I'll just
and the
say
patriarchy.
yes.
Like the patriarchy said it's y'all.
Damn.
The patriarchy said if there's a snake in the yard, the man has to go kill it. The patriarchy.
This shit right here. This is all of those goddamn feminist movies that's been coming out for the last 10 years. That's why they believe this. They believe that a pregnant woman can carry 2 pit bulls and a child on a rope behind her and drag them 2 to 3 acres. Right? They believe that she can take on aliens with a child in her stomach because she is a woman and you should hear her roar. That's what they believe.
What the hell?
That's how they cry.
This cake face Cisco had the nerves. Oh, that's the patriarchy fault. Why this happened? Really? It ain't the fact that you kind of pissed yourself. Like you literally, you just don't got it in you. You don't have the aggression and the testosterone to get up and say, who the is in my house. You don't have that.
I mean, some ladies do, but that's what I think.
She can't be. She didn't even answer the question. When it's just a question, because project women will answer it. You just know, well, you can go down there and all that go change. She wouldn't even answer it. Her or Turtle Face over there, they wouldn't answer the question. We stay alone. Whose fault is that? Goddamn it!
It's the patriarchy fault if you act dumb.
Okay,
black man.
Black man keep his phone in there.
Patriarchy said those things, but that's what I'm saying. You don't have to. If you a pussy, if I date a nigga who might be a little pussy, and I'm not, and I got a gun, I think that's where it's fine for me to go and shoot that. Mind you,
We're not talking about outliers.
Who was the rapper?
We're talking
But who
about
said they're outliers?
Y'all see the little.
You said what?
Y'all didn't look.
I ain't gonna lie.
it could be a hood
I
chick
might want a
dating
little man who's a little
corporate
submissive
dude.
from time to time, a little switch.
Patriarchy. You're
What?
subscribing to patriarchy.
How?
You're calling him pussy.
No.
Which means you're identifying his lack of physical prowess
In a systemic
as a
way.
defining of his character. He's pussy.
She didn't even acknowledge that she did that. He's soft because he won't go downstairs. Oh, so you all right with this thing he was just talking about?
Yeah, it's gaslighting. She tried to, without saying it's like, I'm gonna convince you that you should be the one doing it. Yo, sorry.
Big screen. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm done. You know what's crazy? I didn't even know that that's what was happening. When I played this video at first, I was thinking they're just rambling right now. But I keep hearing the word patriarchy, and I knew when I went and got your ass, you would at least be able to understand what they were saying. And then you just pointed out that they didn't know what the they was talking about. So I was believing I was dumb, and I wasn't. So I want everybody to know I'm not. That long titty didn't know what she was talking about. But yeah, you do your little breakdown. Do a breakdown for me. I'm struggling right now.
They wanted to talk about relationships, but they wanted it to sound real deep this time. So they brought in what they believe is a political position, which it ain't. The patriarchy isn't a political position.
It ain't politics at all.
Yeah, like they took and added that with the Democrats and the Republicans, and apparently not short men who ain't very strong, but you also get to sleep with women to be a homosexual. It was just a big cluster of nothing.
You know what's crazy? This is the actual worst part. Like when they say you should dismantle the patriarchy, I'm like, can you point me out a society that's not patriarchal?
That's what I was saying. That's not a thing. They believe the fact that they can't do what they want, when they want, and how they want it. That makes it a patriarchy.
In a matriarch, you couldn't do whatever you want.
You would have just been mad at her instead of Kim.
Instead of being mad at Bruce, you're now mad at Cheyenne. Problem is with her, you don't get all this other stuff. So you just got a bitch telling you what to do. Would you agree that guys will probably change the way they act if you take power away from them?
Well, you have to give me a purpose. That's why I say it's biological. A lot of my purpose comes with protecting and leading something. And that's not, you can't manipulate me into thinking my purpose is to let my wife drag me around and tell me what to do. That's not purpose.
It's ballless.
Yeah, like women's purpose is always like this inside thing. They be like, oh, I feel purposeful because I figured out how to do. That's not how men's purpose works.
Do women actually want to be teachers then?
Some. That's what I'm saying. Like hyper aggressive men and what is it? Like hyper, like what they call them, sentinels. So like people that like to watch over. You know, the people who should be police and not the other guys.
Okay.
Like those types of people and like women that are nurturers. Everybody ain't that. That's why you keep seeing women who be like ending their children. I'm like, how did she do that? Well, y'all gave a child to somebody that wasn't supposed to have it. Same, we'll use the thing again. There's some cops. He ain't there to care for nobody. That man is having what is that thing? Like the
power trip? He
having a power trip. He's like, I'm gonna teach you peeing in my socks, David. Like that's that guy.
Who's David?
Whoever he just caught and beat outside, Rodney King style. Yeah. That's David right now.
He called someone David that was not David at all because he had trauma from David.
Yeah.
Did David even pee in your socks or did you just say that?
I'm almost certain David did it, man.
So you're saying weak people become cops? Is that what you just said?
A lot of them are. You got this sociopaths and stuff, but a lot of weak people.
Allegedly.
Nah, it ain't alleged. I don't know if it's true.
If you become a cop, 9 times out of 10, you're weak.
No, I didn't say that. I said it a lot. I say they got sentinels. That's different types of people, but they always have these other ones that seep in, and those are the ones that people be like, "What's wrong with you?" Like that guy.
Yeah,
it's the same thing for that lady. Like men be like, "Women are horrible mothers." The ones that you talking about, yeah, the ones who make it to the TV, horrible.
Well, you know, based on what he just said, this video was it was a phony. It was fake. They weren't even talking about patriarchy. That heifer with the low cut hair and the long titties was just talking about gender roles.
You know, both of them had low cuts and big breasts. You know that, right?
I didn't say big. I said long.
Oh, got you. My bad.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.